let's just cut straight to the celebrity headline guest. Ladies and gentlemen, he should be in the room now. Would you please welcome, and I'm going to keep doing a big introduction until he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fucking Russell Howard, ladies and gentlemen. Russell, did I mention earlier on that if you go on gallery view, you can see everybody?
Yes.
Good. Here's everybody. Yeah.
Hello.
Thanks, Russ. Thanks for coming on.
Is Ian still in the cupboard?
Ian is still in the cupboard. Let's just check that out. Yes, Ian in the
Fuck
cupboard.
me. That looks like the bleakest Narnia imaginable. Lucy would open it and there's just a fawn doing heroin. You've come to the wrong world, Lucy.
It's up to you. You can, if you want, you can let Ian out of the cupboard. Or
Come out of the cupboard, man.
Out the cupboard, please, Ian. You've been officially let out.
See, that feels like that should be a deleted scene from Homes Under the Hammer. You're not having the fucking house. You're not having it.
I'm pretty sure that deleted scenes from Homes Under the Hammer would function as a potential alternate title for the Infinite Sofa.
I met him, Martin from Homes Under the Hammer. I was doing a gig once at, where was I? Yeah, the Albert Hall, right? And I turn around. And
I always have trouble forgetting where the gig is when it's someone.
But it was Martin from Hammer, and he was there with my brother. Right? It was just so weird, and I was like, "What the fuck's Martin from Homes Under the Hammer here?" And my brother's like, "I want to get into business," and I met him on the tube, so he's here. All right, and he ate all the sandwiches, so like, there was no food, and yeah, it was very odd.
We've been loving, Russell. We've been watching your fabulous TV show, which you're doing. Which nights are you on? Which is it? Tuesdays and Thursdays you do?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah. And then it's on YouTube.
And it's all shot in your room, in the very room that you're in at the moment.
Yeah. So it's my mum and dad's room. My wife is a doctor, and she is on the front line.
Can we have a huge round of applause for Russell's wife?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty horrific, but amazing that she's doing it. And so she's in our house, with a couple of doctors who have got elderly relatives. So I'm sort of staying away. It's pretty weird, but you know.
And whereabouts are you? Does that mean are you in Bath? Whereabouts are your parents?
I'm at home with my parents. Yeah. So it's it's been a bizarre couple of weeks. Very, very strange. And I've had a fairly weird week. I did Lorraine this week. I don't know if anyone saw.
I'm just going to ask you to clarify exactly what you mean there.
There's always a palpable sexual tension between me and Lorraine, and that's evident. I had a sip of cider, and the reason I did that was because it was meant to be my brother's stag do. So I thought it would be funny to have the stag on Lorraine. And it was a joke for my brother and for my mates, and it went fucking mad. It was in the papers, like there was in the Sun, it was like TV view. I've written it down here. TV viewers shocked as Howard swigs cider at 9:15. So, and I genuinely thought, well, you know, it can't get weirder than that. And yet today, on my dad's birthday, this was a headline that I had sent to me. Can you see this?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Made a Russell Howard sex robot company during lockdown. So, how weird is this? That hopefully, you know, I make it to an old age, and hopefully I'll have grandchildren by then, and we'll be in a supermarket, and I'll be going, "Oh yeah, there was a great lockdown. Do you know what happened? Yeah, somebody fucked a robot version of your granddad." Talking about, oh man, I'll show you.
It's probably quite dangerous when you're someone as well known and well recognised as you, the way stuff like that comes up, that if you do end up in a nursing home in your elderly years, you better still be famous, otherwise people are just going to assume you're mental.
So many stories, yeah, it's going to be bizarre. I often fantasize about that, I hope I'm next to a laugher. Do you know what I mean? I'm really good, and I'm sort of just in this sort of wheelchair, just wheeling over to her, and I just hear her laugh, and it just, you know, like a bit like old sailors that have to be near the sea. just drifts me back to happiness.
Russell, are you happy to field a question from a teleportee, a member of our audience who donated to join us during the show? Is that all right with you?
I would love to, yeah. You feel a bit like, you know, somebody that's kind of you know, like sort of people that bid loads to get on like a ship to go to fucking Mars. Do you know what I mean? So absolutely. What's your question? What's your name, first of all? Ali.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Who's the footballer on the wall?
That is Robbie Fowler.
So is that you or your parents who are the Liverpool fans?
That's me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, that's Robbie Fowler. It's signed by Robbie Fowler. The nicknames are The Truth or God. But yeah, he's one of my favourite footballers. He's the only thing that remains from when I was young. I didn't really have. We were talking about this. I didn't really have posters of kind of girls on my room. On the wall when I grew up, like it just felt like you were sort of giving the game away to your mum. Do you know what I mean? Like, so what was like? Do you know what I mean? It's like leaving your fucking evidence. Kept it all kind of barren, you know.
Yeah.
Who would have been the poster of a girl you did have, or a celebrity lady that you would have had on your wall?
I didn't have one.
To give it away?
So I would, I was old school. I'd get like a Grattan mag or a Littlewoods magazine. You know what's really weird about that is I'm now of an age where I'll see these women and I'll sometimes see them in an advert and they're advertising like a walk-in bath. I'm like, where do I know you? It's like when you meet Kylie Minogue, it's like she knows, and you know that she knows. How about you, Stu? Who's your?
Sorry, go on.
Who's your lady? Did you have them all over?
Well, I never had a poster of her, but I was a huge fan of Ace from Doctor Who. The actress Sophie Aldred. I don't know if you remember when it was Sylvester McCoy was Doctor Who. Sophie Aldred was the first kind of spunky helper who didn't get captured. She blew stuff up. She had a leather jacket and she was really cool.
Oh, nice.
And now she's married to my friend Vince and we're good friends and she knows.
Wow. Oh my God, that's so bizarre.
Yeah, I should point out my friend Vince is in his early 60s. He's not just like a chancer who's my age who's managed to score with Sophie Aldred.
How extraordinary is that?
Yeah. At my wedding, Sophie was there, and there was a mate of mine, Dave, Dave Carden. If you're out there, Dave, probably shouldn't have said your name. But I said to Dave, it was the most lovely reaction. I said to Dave, "So Sophie's here. Do you want to meet her?" And he went, "Yes, no." And he like, it was like a childhood thing, potentially breakable, you know.
Yeah, how weird.
Very weird. Russell, are you maintaining? You're quite a sort of physically fit, exercisey kind of person. I remember when we first gigged together many, many years ago, you were in the habit of doing press-ups before you went on stage. And I think that got you, that's like a habit you developed deliberately. Are you maintaining your trim? Are you doing Joe Wicks workouts in lockdown and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm pumped and waxed, man. No, do you know, it's a really weird one because it keeps me sane. It levels my mind and eases my soul. It really does, like running and doing exercise. But you can't talk about it. It's just not funny. Do you know what I mean? It's that weird. But it's so odd. And I had to stop going to the gym because it kept getting mentioned in reviews. Do you know what I mean? So it was just like, oh, fuck's sake. So the one thing that kind of kept me fucking sane was like, well, I can't do that because I'm too jacked. So now I'm living with my dad, and my dad's 66 and cycles like 4 hours in the morning and just does like diamond press ups and all sorts. So
tell us. I know what a diamond press up is, but can you tell us what a diamond press up is?
You kind of go like that, you can see, and you sort of press like that. You know, so I'm now in a competition with my dad every morning, but I caught him. Here's an interesting question. You never quite know the music that people listen to when they work out, because normally it's in the headphones, you know. And my dad, genuinely, I listened, this, it was about 2 days ago now, and this was the music as he was on his bike. I wanna sex you up. Song from Colour Me Back, which has the most chilling line in it, where he goes, making love until we drown. Like, so I then poured over the lyrics. And there's a lyric in that where he goes, come inside, take off your clothes, I'll make you feel at home, which I would argue wouldn't make you feel at home. If somebody came anywhere, like, lose all of it, right? Feel better now, don't you? But yeah, who knew my dad was into kind of early 90s, kind of, what would you call that, kind of pop R&B, you know?
Have you done the thing where you've moved back, not that you've moved back, so very, very temporarily to your parents' house, have you ended up back in the rhythm, do you feel like you've lost kind of the status you might have outside of the house? Do you feel like you've turned back into your childhood self?
Mate, on my 40th birthday, I was supposed to be doing an arena in Amsterdam that was sold out. And I spent that night in my fucking teenage bed. like not even having the kind of, I was just sort of led there, just feeling like shit. It was awful. And the fact that my wife was away. So yeah, it's just been, to be honest, doing the TV show has been an absolute godsend, because I'm doing it all for the NHS charities together and the Trussell Trust. So it kind of feels like, right, I'll do that. You know what I mean? And suddenly, as soon as you're busy, it's odd, isn't it, how a purpose gets you through stuff. The time I really struggle is when I've got nothing to do. It absolutely breaks me. Like when I'm like, oh, fuck. And I bet you're the same, where you're just like, I don't know what to do. Because you can't relax. You kind of, you go for, I took my dog for a walk the other day. And that's kind of sort of slightly strange, because one minute you love humanity, and then if somebody comes fucking vaguely near you, you just go straight to 100. If you're famous, that's tricky, because you're never quite sure of the words that are lurking, and then they're out, and you're sort of walking away, and you think, really, we just said that to an old man, did we? And you're like, yeah. It's tricky.
Oh, mate. Well, so did we take it, and you turned 40 quite recently? Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was 40, 23rd of March. Yeah, same day as Ronaldinho.
Birthday twins, Bill Cosby. So let's move on from that.
Judging by your earlier demeanour, very aggressive earlier. I thought I'd had a weird day.
You'd be aggressive if you had to put up with this on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'm not a great person to be around, Russell.
Oh, that's
lovely.
Enough of that.
Who are you? What's your name?
Sorry, he can't talk to you. I've muted him. David Hoare, he's sort of assisting me on the show.
He seems nice.
He does.
Thank you very much.
Definitely nice. There we go, David.
Thanks, Russell. Can you take over this show instead of Stu?
I've put David in the waiting room now. I'm not having that kind of behaviour. Absolutely not accepting that at all. Russell, thank you so much for joining us. You don't need to do anything promotional, because you're a million times bigger than we are. But is there anything that you would like? Oh, I tell you what I must do. We voted on this earlier on, and actually what we're going to do at the end of each show, at the end of the celebrity interview, as well as thanking you very much for coming on, you do have a small fee. We've got £10 for you, so I'm going to offer that to you now.
I was the person that said no.
I'm afraid
that was a minute after because I had a weird day today. I was on Sims, dressed as the Grim Reaper, and this Amy started fucking rubbing against me. I was like, this is not what I come on the Sims for. I don't want anyone cracking on to me. I can't accept a tenner. It feels wrong. So give that tenner to it was that cat doing the loop, or that. I tell you what, give it to the bloke from what they called the Infinite Sausage. The Lightful Sausage.
Yeah.
Give him and he can buy some tit tape with it, so that he can put the world to twist. Who knew that was the biggest? Why are nipples such a threat?
Yeah.
Weird, that you just kind of, when you consider that Twitch is like a gaming format, right? Where you can go on Grand Theft Auto and you can like run over sex workers with a van. But the idea
you can do that. I don't know if that's explicitly what it's for, but you can.
No, but let's not fuck around. People do that on Grand Theft Auto. There's fucking shoot 'em ups. But the idea that a sketch comedian can't get his tits out, that seems weird. That's too much. Do you know what I mean? There are standards. Do you know what I mean? It's just
we did get a bit of stuff in the chat there. Mr. Harderacre on Twitch said, can we see Russell's nips? I believe we've already dealt with that. Please keep them away. I would love it if you had the foresight, Russell, to prepare some tit tape on your nips so that you could lift your shirt. But I'm not going to ask you to do that just in case.
Yeah. No,
perfectly reasonable. Absolutely. 14 question mark. 23rd of March says Holly Whitbread. That's my dad's birthday.
Nice.
Have you got anything to add to that? Doesn't sort of seem like the sort of comment you could give anything to.
All I was going to say is that you look like you are a human being that has been designed by Tim Burton.
Me personally.
Really interesting. Your hair looks absolutely great, isn't it? It's sort of certain people, because you're a good-looking bloke, but you are getting better looking as you get older. but
Oh
you
my
also have
God.
the edge of like a fucking wizard that make spells that don't work as well. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I was really loving where that was going up until the spells, until the magic
do
left.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, put it in the cauldron. I'm not sure about that. Baby nipples everywhere. Twitch. Cancel.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Russell.
Pleasure,
Because
man.
it has been
Well,
remarkable. Go on.
That was it. I was saying goodbye. I really enjoyed that. Thanks.
Thank you, mate. Thanks for having me. Can we have a huge round of applause for Russell? I just said thanks for having me.
Please.
Thank you very much.